our trip to the southern border, we saw how easily drug smugglers climb over or cut through the border fence, or simply find spots where there's no fence at all. But you might be surprised to know how extensively Mexico smugglers use another tactic to move people and drugs into the U.S., underground tunnels. In March, a tunnel the length of 4 football fields was discovered running from a restaurant in Mexico to a house in Southern California. It's that underground network we investigate this week in a report we're calling Tunnel Vision. It's nicknamed the James Bond Tunnel, the first known drug tunnel unearthed in the U.S. back in 1990. Federal agents who found it said it was like something out of a Bond movie. At 270 feet long, it was dug near the official border crossing in the town of Douglas, Arizona, part of a drug trafficking network run by Mexican cartel kingpin El Chapo Guzman. In just 7 months, the feds say Guzman used this 5-foot-tall underground passageway to help smuggle 60,000 pounds of cocaine into the U.S. On the Mexican side, there was a hidden switch inside a smuggler's luxury home used to lift a pool table and concrete slab to open the passageway.
It was a dangerous job.
Border Patrol agent Sergio Martinez.
The first tunnel was discovered in 1990 in Douglas, Arizona. And since then, they have encountered 183 tunnels within the Tucson sector and in the southern border. Most recently is in Nogales, Arizona. And they have actually created a team. It's called the Nogales Tunnel Team in Nogales, where their daily duties are to go find tunnels.
Border Patrol agents use remote-controlled robots to investigate the tunnels. The majority of them, at least 100, have turned up in the town of Nogales, Arizona, some just steps from the border crossing teeming with federal agents. This tunnel on the border town of Naco is one of the longest at more than 900 feet and one of the most recent discoveries. Here in southern Arizona, we're just a few hundred yards from the Mexican border. That's it, the fence over there. And you can see right here in what looks like a shed next to a house, that's where the drug tunnel is.
So apparently they were coming in through the shed, parking over here, opening the door, loading up their vehicle, and then pulling the stuff out of the tunnel.
And tell us how it was discovered.
It was discovered by human intelligence. They pulled a vehicle over, and the guy had over 4,000 pounds of contraband in his vehicle, and ended up giving some information up, and they came to the house with a warrant and arrested the other individual living in the house. And here we come in here. Here's the actual tunnel. So they had a lift gate. They were bringing the narco traffics and all the stuff they have, all the narcotics. They were bringing them up. They had a lift. Since they're so heavy, they were just bringing it up straight up.
How long was an operation like this going on for them to be able to dig the tunnel and move the drugs? And
that is unknown, but we believe they probably had it for quite a while. As you can see, it's a very sophisticated tunnel with these poles under. There were lights. They were using oxygen to go across the border.
Yeah, there was a little...
Cochise County Sheriff Mark Daniels says the illegal enterprise operated for months in the middle of a residential neighborhood.
And they had a guard that watched it on this side who was armed when they took him down. But it's a VIP tunnel. It's very sophisticated down there.
What do you mean VIP tunnel?
Very important tunnel. The normal person coming across the border to find that better way of life wasn't coming through here. This was your high quality drugs were coming through here, heroin, methamphetamine, and you hate to think, but I think there's a reality touch to it. Whoever could pay a fee, and possibly terrorists coming through here, which scares the heck out of me, and should scare everybody when it comes to this tunnel. The opening of this tunnel was only controlled on the Mexico side. The U.S., the folks guarding the tunnel on this side had no control on opening or closing it.
You mean it was mechanically shut, sealed, and opened?
Yeah.
But from Mexico?
From Mexico, correct. The effort and the work and the expense to build a tunnel of this magnitude, it shows you how desperate they are to get their product through.
So they're literally digging under where Border Patrol and you guys may be walking above ground every day.
You know what's disappointing is we promote community policing, both the Border Patrol and us, when it comes to getting in our communities, working, gathering that intel, but nobody reported this.
We have trained agents, and we have become more able to discover and use technology to find them. It has decreased the use of them. So we have found, I believe, 3 in the last year, and 7 and 6 and 5 through the years previous to that. So we're getting better at it.
Last year, El Chapo Guzman, the father of all drug tunnels, escaped from a maximum security Mexican prison through what else but an elaborate tunnel almost a mile long. Prison surveillance video shows him making a quick exit. The tunnel was complete with lights, ventilation, and a motorcycle on rails that was likely used to carry out dirt.
Guzman was recaptured in January. U.S. officials have noted a similarity between the tunnel Guzman used to escape and that very first one discovered in Douglas, Arizona back in 1990. They may want to check the floor of his prison cell daily. Coming up on the next Full Measure, one of the most beautiful countries on earth is being associated with some of the most recent terrorist attacks. We'll find out how Morocco is protecting itself and what we can learn from them.